straight here. Auspiciously coming down to the last bit of my Palo Santo in honor of our last evening for the Summer of Official Satsang meditation Facebook live stream. July 31st, we made it through this month. It's been, well, a very unique month to say the least, hasn't it? So I invite you to take your posture, take your cushion, and begin to arrive here in this precious present moment where all things are possible. Finding a place where you can sit comfortably yet alert. Elongated, spacious spine. Sits bones releasing grounding into the earth. With each inhalation, lengthening up into the heavens, expanding out into your room, into the space beyond your room, and the space beyond that. And with each exhalation, relaxing into the support of your cushion, of your chair, of the earth. Movement with breath. Breath with movement. Adjusting your posture so that you're sitting evenly on your sits bones, right side and left side. So possible there's not a whole lot more weight on the right side or the left side. Notice if you're listing. Notice if one shoulder is collapsing. If one shoulder is forward, then the other. Bring both of the shoulders back and the shoulder blades down the back. You can imagine that there's a lovely drape, a lovely velvet drapery coming down your back, and you can just relax the muscles of your back down alongside of that drapery. And drop into the back of the brain, the base of the skull. Drop into everything that you've done to get to this point. Open the heart by lifting the chest and rolling the shoulders back. With the chin pretty much parallel to the earth, if not slightly downward. Relax the jaw and the cheeks, and all the muscles of the face. If it feels comfortable, closing your eyes and turning your inner gaze to the back of the brain, to the base of the skull, and reflecting down into your heart. And so looking into your heart mind, how are you today? How's your heart? Without the need to make anything different than it is, without going into narrative or story, just acknowledging how is your heart today, in this moment, actually. Heavy, light, wondering, questioning, anxious, concerned. And in the next exhalation, just allowing, just letting go. Acknowledge your day today. Acknowledge from the moment that you woke up, breakfast, lunch time, afternoon, into this early evening. Acknowledge your day and anything that arises when you are thinking about or reflecting on your day today. And on your next exhalation, letting that go as well. And begin to become aware of your breath. Hi, Chris. So maintaining your posture, sitting nice and tall and alert, just begin to notice your breath. And how is your breathing in this moment? Is it shallow? Can you breathe deep into the belly? Can you bring the breath up a little bit higher to the ribs, filling up the front ribs and the back ribs, feeling the sides of the ribs expand and contract when you breathe in and you breathe out? Can you breathe in and out through your nose? Sometimes with allergies or other physical reasons, it's difficult to breathe in and out through your nose, but just notice if you can get a nice steady stream in through your nostrils up to the bridge of the nose and back into the back of the brain and then down deep into the belly. Feeling the belly expand when you breathe in, and when you breathe out, the belly draws back and navel draws slightly upward. And then just noticing if you can bring the breath up a little bit higher, up into the upper chest, and perhaps even up into the collarbones, front and back of the body, up into the upper shoulder blades. And then exhaling from the top down, the very end of the exhalation, the navel draws back and slightly up. Two more of these three-part complete Durga breaths, these cleansing, grounding, and energizing pranayama breaths. And then coming back to just a natural breath. Just noticing if the breath is a belly breath or if it's a breath that comes up into the middle part or even if you're breathing up into the top of the chest, 3-part breath, just becoming aware and focusing and concentrating on the beginning and the middle and the end of your breath. And if you breathe in a short breath, just say, I know I'm breathing in a short breath, and I know I am breathing out a short breath, or a long breath, or a deep breath. Anapanasati. Mindfulness with the breath. So with an overall awareness of where you are in space physically, how you're sitting, where you're sitting, the physical posture, and a bare attention to the breath. Just taking in a little bit of a description, definition perhaps even, of meditation and mindfulness, and from the part of your brain that doesn't need to figure anything out. So maintaining your posture, and this is how we began 4 or so months ago with this similar opportunity to define mindfulness, meditation. Because the normal state of mind fluctuates between distraction and attention in a way fueled by internally conditioned patterns and external stimulation. It's like a crystal. The mind takes on the character of the objects toward which it is directed. And in the normal course of perception, the flow of energy is towards the external. That is, we use our minds to perceive our environment so that we can function in the world. And meditation is a means of developing progressively subtler and more deeply internalized levels of perception until, at the deepest level, it breaks the external connection altogether, and the mind takes on the character of that which we are. Clear crystal that absorbs and reflects accurately the qualities of anything that is placed on it. Discrimination insight arises. Discriminative insight arises as we are established in our true nature. And this represents the highest level of yoga. And between that deepest level and our normal waking consciousness, there are many steps. Meditation practice, therefore, involves reducing mental agitation, shifting attention away from distractions, and progressively linking our attention to something of a deeper character. And thus, as we meditate, our primary intention is to develop a one-pointed flow of energy towards progressively subtler objects of perception, from the external to the internal, from the gross to the subtle. And it's towards this end that the various techniques and types of meditation were developed that we can apply. So we always start with a body scan, becoming aware of our physical body, where we are in space, how we're sitting, and then we usually check in with how is your heart, how is the qualities of your thoughts, your mind, what are tuning into your sense gates, and then getting even more subtle to the awareness of the breath. And then anchoring our attention on something like the movement of the breath. Or sometimes we use a mantra. Sometimes we invoke certain entities or energies. Sometimes we have a background of soothing, quiet music or nature sounds. And sometimes, even more subtle, we can just go into this vipassana, allowing whatever arises to arise, taking care not to follow. So the anchor is all of the sense gates and what the sense gates are taking in. So for the next couple of minutes, we'll go until 8:30. I'll ring the bell 3 times, and then I'll ring it again 3 more times. We'll just go to the subtlest of open awareness. So take in your posture again. Sitting up nice and tall and alert. And come home. Come home to this precious present moment. Allowing whatever arises to arise and just taking care not to follow, acknowledging your thoughts as they arise, acknowledging what your sense gates is taking in, touch, sight, sound. If your mind is wandering and your thoughts are many, and you are aware of your mind wandering 100 times, just bring your attention back 101 times without the need to make anything different, without admonishing yourself or anything. Just come back to your posture and your breath. perhaps even enjoying the mystery this of what arises, not like a suspenseful attitude, but the mystery with a sense of joyous exploration. If you do need a little bit more of an anchor than the open awareness, then pick up the Anapanasati, where you are consciously being aware of your breath, of the inhalation and the exhalation, and the quality of the inhalation and the exhalation, the length. And breathing in, I know I am breathing in a long breath. Breathing out, I know I'm breathing a long breath out. So if open awareness is challenging, let's pick up the Anapanasati this evening. Otherwise, just allowing whatever arises to arise with a sense of joyous curiosity. The bell calls you back home. Holding your posture, noticing if you notice if you can relax just a little bit deeper somewhere, your shoulders, your jaw, your cheeks, any lines or furrows in the brow or inside the mouth, and just noticing, and then invite those areas to relax. And then come back to simply the sensation of breathing in and breathing out. If gravity has collapsed you, which it will, sit back up again. Inhaling, lengthening up into the heavens and out into the space around you. Front, back, right side, left side. Down into the earth. And with each exhalation, relaxing more and more into the support of the earth or the chair or your cushion. Your ancestors are here with you. They know you're doing a good job, and they're supporting you fully. Cheering for you at that. Holding your posture. staying right where you are if you like, holding your posture. Bear attention to the breath. Or if you're ready to come back to normal waking consciousness, I invite you to, at this time, invite your inhalations to be a little bit deeper and your exhalations a little bit longer. Perhaps wiggling your toes, maybe changing the cross of your legs, or just adjusting your posture a little bit. If you like, you can take a nice overhead arm stretch, stretching up into the heavens and the space around you, as well as down into the earth. Side stretch, opening up your heart. Just nice, easy stretches to take you back out into your evening. Even a little twist is nice. Gentle twist nourishes the spine. And come back to your comfortable seated position, holding your space and stillness for a moment if you can. And as I began, again 4 months ago, for March, April, May, June, July, a little bit more than 4 months ago, and until we begin again, if possible, in the fall, I'm going to share, like I did in the beginning, Hopi Elders Speak. And this was given to us back in the Moon of the Falling Leaves 2001 by the elders of the Urabai Hopi Nation in Arizona. But it's just as important now as it was then, if not even more. So please, again, from the part of your brain that doesn't need to figure anything out, take in these very important, inspiring, and crucial words. You have been telling the people that this is the 11th hour. Now you must go back and tell the people that it is the hour. And there are things to be considered. Where are you living? What are you doing? What are your relationships? Are you in right relation? Where is your water? Know your garden. It is time to speak your truth. Create your community. Be good to each other. And do not look outside yourself to the leader. This could be a good time. There is a river flowing now very fast. It is so great and swift that there are those who will be afraid. They will try to hold on to the shore. They will feel they are being torn apart, and they will suffer greatly. No, the river has its destination. The elders say we must let go of the shore, push off into the middle of the river, keep our eyes open and our heads above the water. See who is in there with you and celebrate. At this time in history, we are to take nothing personally, least of all ourselves. For the moment that we do, our spiritual growth and journey comes to a halt. The time of the lone wolf is over. Gather yourselves. Banish the word struggle from your attitude and your vocabulary. All that we do now must be done in a sacred manner and in celebration. We are the ones that we've been waiting for. The elders, Orobai, Arizona, Hopi Nation. So I encourage you to keep practicing. Keep practicing. Practice and all is coming. And also, in the words of an elder, Don Miguel Ruiz, echoing the Hopi elders, don't take anything personally. Always do your best. Don't make assumptions. And be impeccable with your word, especially to yourself. So choose carefully. Choose your words carefully. Is it truthful? Is it helpful? And is it timely? Does it need to be said? What are the right words? When is the right time? Those are your parameters for conversation. Have a gratitude practice. Have a metta practice. And just overall practice, practice, practice. Don't wait to roll out your yoga mat or your meditation cushion to practice. Anytime during the day, take a step back, take a pause, a breathing pause, a 3-minute breathing pause. 3-minute breathing pause, 1 minute or so. Breathing, being aware of your physical body, where you are in space, body scan. And then 1 minute, becoming aware of your breath, without necessarily having to try and control the breath, but maybe soothing, calming, quieting the breath. 1 minute, letting go of the breath and the body, and or body and breath together. And then with that 3-minute pause, moving out again into your world, and maybe you'll make choices that are more in line with your higher spirit. And again, speaking of higher self and higher spirit, your ancestors are rooting for you. They're rooting for us. They want us to keep persevering, keep prevailing, and they're cheering us on. So with that, I'm going to leave you for a while, only in the virtual live stream satsang meditation sense. I am here with you in spirit, and you are there with me in spirit. So thank you very much for joining me and joining each other in this really crucial endeavor to make yourself a better vehicle for the light, a stronger, more stable vehicle for the light, so that the world can be a better place. Om Purnamada, Purnamadam, Pranat, Pranamadichite, Purnasya, Purnamadaya, Purnamaveva Vishishite. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Hari Om Shanti, Shanti. Peace. Namaste. I dedicate the merit and the virtue gathered through this practice to the lasting happiness and well-being of all beings without exception, past, present, and future, so that all beings may be free from suffering and the causes and conditions of suffering, and may all beings be happy with the causes and conditions of happiness. Move forward in your evening gracefully, gratefully, and with much aloha. Namaste. Peace be with you, and fresh dreams. Thank you.